Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. Today I'm here with my brother Kevin. We're here to talk about safety and prevention of orthostatic hypotension and what to do when you experience symptoms. So, Kevin, I'm a student physical therapist from the University of Scranton. Is it okay if I work with you today?
Yes.
Good. So, to my knowledge, I know you recently experienced a fall, in which now it's kind of left you with fear of getting up, and you're worried about getting dizzy and falling again.
That's correct.
Okay, good. So, what we're here today is to kind of talk through this a little bit, teach you about what orthostatic hypotension is, symptoms you experience when you have orthostatic hypotension, the reason you have these experiences, and ways to prevent them, and also safety when you do encounter them.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
All right. So, to start off, I have a flyer that I made for you. It's basically just a frequently asked questions list, overviewing everything we're going to talk about today. So you can bring this home with you, use it as your reference.
Very nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
You guys can see I uploaded it to D2L. So to start off, what do you know about orthostatic hypotension?
I just know that it's got something to do with that dizziness that I feel when I seem to get up too fast.
Okay, good. Good. So that is one of the major symptoms of orthostatic hypotension. And what it's defined as is it's when you have a decrease in blood pressure after changing position up to 3 minutes after changing that position. Okay? And what typically causes it is your body doesn't properly respond to that change in position, leading to that decrease in blood pressure, leading to that symptom of dizziness and other symptoms as well. So some other symptoms that you may experience along with dizziness, you may see lightheadedness, blurred vision, weakness, headache, or fatigue and nausea.
Got it.
Okay. Now, the reason you experience these symptoms could be due to dehydration. It could be due to blood loss, so whether you donated blood, if you sustained an injury, or if you had a blood test done recently. It could also be due to changes in medication. And other things that your primary care physician would look into would be hormone imbalances, cardiovascular issues, or neurological issues. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're just going to talk about ways you could prevent orthostatic hypotension.
Okay.
So one of the first causes we talked about was dehydration. So one way to prevent this would be drinking 10 to 12 cups of water per day. Now it's important that you drink this water periodically throughout the day to maintain hydration. Other things you could do would be adding salt to your diet. So that could be applying salt to the food you eat, or could also be taking supplemental sodium tablets. Now, what I would suggest, though, is talking with your primary care physician prior to taking these tablets, as it's not appropriate for everybody.
Okay.
Another thing you could do would be eating small meals throughout the day. Kind of similar to having the 10 to 12 cups of water a day, it's good to eat small meals as it'll maintain your blood sugar. And you also want to ensure you're not eating one large meal, as studies have found that this also can cause symptoms.
Got it.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, going to actually moving and getting up and moving around, some key steps to preventing these symptoms would be first to change positions slowly. And also, once you change positions, kind of take a pause for a second and kind of let your body regroup for a second. One thing I like to do is when I do pause, I like to count 10 Mississippi, so I know I paused for an adequate amount of time. So that's something we're going to practice later. Another thing we could do is regularly exercising at low intensity. So this could include walking. We're going to practice some other exercises later that you could do while laying in bed, before getting up in the morning or after a nap, as this is good for your general health and it'll improve your circulation as well. Okay. The last thing you could do is wear compression stockings. This is something that you could talk to your doctor about. It basically goes over your legs and helps improve circulation and blood flow in your legs. Okay?
All right.
So I think the best way we could go about this is kind of just talk about situations that you may experience and what you could do to prevent yourself from experiencing these symptoms. Okay.
Sure.
So let's start with, say, you wake up in the morning after sleeping all night. There's, how we talked about, there's some exercises you could do to help improve blood flow, and kind of uh, prevent yourself from getting these symptoms.
Okay.
So I have 3 exercises for you. So first we have ankle pumps. So that's going to be like stepping on and off a gas pedal.
Got it.
There's heel slides, where you're going to still be laying down. You're going to slide your heel to your butt. And then we have butt squeezes, where you're going to be tightening your butt muscles, and then relaxing. So it's good to do about 10 reps of each of these before sitting up in the morning. So why don't we actually practice those really quick?
Sure.
So I'm going to have you lay on this couch like how you would laying on your bed. So first we have ankle pumps. So I want you to pump your feet like you're stepping on and off a gas pedal. Good. We're going to have you do 10 of those. And 10. Good. And how'd those feel?
Good.
Good. So next what you could do are heel slides. So right. Yep. So you're going to slide your heel to your butt and then back out, keeping your foot on the couch or bed the whole time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you could go nice and slow. No need to rush them. Just kind of make sure you get the blood moving in your legs. So you could relax for a second. So this you could do on both legs. Good. So next, what we could do are butt squeezes. So I want you to try to squeeze the muscles in your butt for a second and then relax. We're practicing 10 of those. Good. And how'd those feel?
Felt good.
Good. So these are 3 things you could do, kind of help get that blood pumping in your legs before sitting up in the morning. So next what we're going to do is practice sitting up. But before we do that, just a couple little tips and pointers. Remember, sit up nice and slow. Once you're seated, I want you to pause for that 10-second, 10 Mississippi count. And it's also good to have a water bottle next to your bed, as if you think about it, you're sleeping 6, 7, 8 hours at night. You're not drinking any water, therefore you're most likely dehydrated in the morning. And as we know, that's one of the causes for orthostatic hypotension. So it's good that once you're sitting up, you have a sip of water. Okay?
Okay.
So why don't we practice that now? So pretend like you're going to sit up in the morning. Good. And how do you feel sitting up?
I feel pretty good.
Good. So we're going to practice that 10-second pause. Okay? So we're going to count to 10 Mississippi.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi.
Good. Good. And how do you feel now?
I feel good.
Good. Okay. So I think so far we have a pretty good grasp of it. The one last thing I'd like to go through is what to do if you were to experience symptoms. Okay?
Got it.
So if you are to experience symptoms, first thing you should do is immediately try to sit down and find somewhere safe for you to either sit or lie down, okay?
Okay.
Next, I want you to call or get help while seated.
Sure.
And while you're sitting there waiting, I want you to kind of do that pause again and count to 10 Mississippi, but I want you to take a deep breath between each count.
All right.
Okay? So you think we could practice that? So I'm going to have you stand up. Okay? So you may start to experience symptoms. I'm going to have you sit back down. Okay? And now what do you do?
Now, if I start to have symptoms, I would practice my breathing, make sure that I'm sitting safely, and call for help.
Good. Good. Okay, Kevin. So now I feel like you have a pretty good grasp of everything. So what we're going to do is I just have a couple questions to make sure we understand everything we want to do today.
Perfect.
Okay? So first, what is orthostatic hypotension?
That's basically what happens when, as a result of low blood pressure, you can experience some dizziness and difficulty with vision when getting up too fast.
Good, good. So there you just named 2 symptoms, dizziness and vision. Can you name one or two other symptoms you may experience?
Yeah, just kind of like standing up, being a little off balance, kind of the same as dizziness, and just needing to kind of sit back down, not feeling very stable.
Good. Now, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you should do in order to prevent this?
Drink water, but also do those exercises, those quick leg exercises, the three, to try to get blood pumping before making too quick of a move to stand up.
Good, good. And once you do sit up or stand up, what should you do?
Then it'd be smart to just go slow. Once you sit up, practice that breathing, do 10 Mississippi, and then stand up from there.
Good. And finally, say you are in the situation you sit up or stand up and you start to feel that lightheadedness, that dizziness, what should you do in that situation?
If you're standing and you start to feel it, then try and sit back down safely where you were. Once you feel like you got yourself down, call for help, and then practice that breathing just to get yourself to a good spot.
Good. Very good. So I think you have a pretty good grasp on what we talked about today, what orthostatic hypotension is, symptoms you may experience, and what to do if you do experience those symptoms.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me at all?
No, I think that covers everything.
Perfect. Well, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
And let me know if you have any other questions.
I will.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.